To be very honest with you, Monday 27th of February 2023 was not a very productive day for me because I was distracted following up the results of the presidential election in Nigeria. The election of February 25th, 2023 has come, but it hasn't gone. The dust have not yet settled. There's a lot of tension in the air, there's a lot of things happening, and a lot of things that need to be said as well. A lot of things need to be explained as well to Nigerians. And I am not referring to the reason as to one political party winning or one losing. I'm referring as to some words that we're giving that we actually had to be taken with a pinch of salt. With the election having come and with the dust being settled, I can guarantee that some few things are still going to happen for a long time to a lot of persons. One of those things is the fact that a lot of persons are going through a very unstable, or the mental state of so many Nigerians is actually being affected. The second thing that is going to happen is that there's tensions and there's disruptions of many plans, but not only the politicians, but people have had many quarters having their plan disrupted because they are not sure what the next stage is going to be. I saw a status quote by somebody saying that people should not be, this is not a time for investing, but to keep their money so that if anything happens, then they can find a way to fly out. So that should tell you the tension happening. The third thing that's like to happen right now is that even in workplaces, those who were colleagues are going to find themselves in a state where they are beginning to start becoming enemies. So workplace relationship is going to be affected, interpersonal relationship is going to be affected, because people are going to take their positions either from a political perspective or from an ethnocentric perspective or from a very religious perspective. But it's not supposed to be so, because these elections, before they came, all the way for the past 4 years, there has been a very good cordial relationship going on in the office. Therefore, I just decided to do this video and to help us to be able to navigate through the relationship paradigm and still maintain a collaborative workplace environment. It's very true that the votes have been counted and a lot of expectations have either been suppressed or some expectations have exploded. But I'd like us to remember that it's a game and that we need to still maintain workplace collaboration and relationship. And these, I have 5 tips that I would like to give us, 5 things I want us to take into consideration in order not to cause conflict, toxicity, or badness in the workplace. The first one is this, is that we need to know that we have to continue to respect every person's choice and opinion. Just because someone's supported a different political party or a different candidate doesn't mean that they're a bad person, doesn't make them your enemy. As a matter of fact, in football, we have many teams and people have the right to choose which team they want. But that does not frustrate the relationship we're back at work. I will rather advise the people who are supporting a different political party or a candidate may have some insight, and the best thing probably is to engage them in an objective discussion and then share views together. This therefore emphasizes the point that we should try as much as possible to be open-minded and have open-minded conversation. We might pick 1 or 2 things from the people as we are discussing, which might be a formation base for us making subsequent decisions, subsequent analysis, subsequent judgment as things may be. The third thing for us to have to think about will be to communicate openly. Open communication. Don't go around talking about somebody behind their back while in the office setting because of their choice of candidate, because of their choice of party. It doesn't help. If discovered, it could cause more tension. It could be seen as a toxic office, and no one knows the ripple effect of that as we move along in the workplace. Remember, every differences outside the workplace are not to be brought within the workplace. Okay, I read a very interesting status, and somebody said that the the boss did ask him to come to the office. He said he wasn't in a mental state to come to the office, and the boss was trying to force him, so he told him to sack him because he wasn't going to go to the office. I want us at this point in time, with employers, employees, to be able to understand that a lot of thought, a lot of plans, a lot of feelings are actually on the edge right now, and a lot of disappointments happening. So as much as possible, let us post wisely, let us talk to our colleague wisely, let us try to remember that they're actually going through a period either of denial or a period of acceptance. This is not the moment for us to try to just lord over them. We should be very circumspective as we connect with our colleagues, as we relate with them. So be open in your communication. If you're not feeling too good, if you don't want what somebody's talking about, the elections, be very concise and tell the person, I'm so sorry, I am not in the mood to discuss politics at this point in time. If you don't want to discuss politics, there are other topics that are beside politics, beside the choice of candidate that probably separate you. Within the work environment, there are other things that binds you together. Things are different, things are similar. So look for those things that bond you together and probably try to pursue in that direction and distract yourself away from that which will separate you as colleagues, or which is going to have to cause some friction in the teamship. I will want you to remember this. It's for your sanity, it's for everyone's sanity, it's for the organization's sanity, to know that keeping a positive workplace relationship is very important for both you and your career. And finally, when you feel you can't take things anymore, when you feel you're stressed, take some time off. I recall on Monday when I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate, I just had to just go and sleep early. Woke up in the morning and I started attending to my mails and the things I needed to do. It's very important for you to take some time off. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I thought this was going to be very useful. Thank you for those who did listen to the series on workplace romance. Thank you so much. I just forgot to add one thing, is that all the advices that I had given were not encouraging people who are already in a relationship or married, especially married person, to start flirting around and start engaging in extramarital affairs. That's why I didn't use the word affair. I did use the word relationship. So be careful about that. I hope in the future to do more videos. I did promise you that I was going to embark back on my videos on performance management. I will definitely do that. But next week will be International Women's Day. I want to see if I can do you on women. Move on now to the next videos of the series that are supposed to be. I'm so grateful for all of you here. Hey, guess what? The reason I did this video is because with personally, as I was going through the rank, there are some issues that I deal with on a daily basis too, or sometime in the course of my career, and when I overcome the things I find out, I also want to share those things so as to encourage other persons who are going through such things to be able to just deal with them accordingly. So that's the reason why I actually do these videos, and I know that a lot of persons who are struggling with one thing or the other in the workplace or work related, and that's why as career breakthrough sidekick, I'm here to just kick you through so that we're able to just become who we ought to be, what we ought to be, and then be the best we ought to be under God. So therefore, if you subscribe, you're going to help us reach more persons. If you click the notification bell, you'll be receiving content as fresh as they come. If you share the video, you are helping more persons to understand and to know what they ought to do to become the person they ought to be as they are pursuing their career growth. Thank you so much for helping in doing this. I really appreciate you. Bye.